Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. In this vlog, I'm saving you the trouble and sharing with you the top 10 activities you must do when visiting Gili Air. On this tropical island there is so much to do and see, and researching all of it can be a bit hectic and overwhelming. So just watch this vlog and you'll be well prepared for your Gili Island trip. Number 1. Snorkeling the east coast of Gili Air. If there's one thing you have to do on Gili Air, it's snorkeling. This tropical island has the perfect conditions for some serious underwater R&R. The coral reefs are teeming with life and you're guaranteed to spot plenty of turtles gliding gracefully through the water. Pro tip, the best time to snorkel is during high tide, early in the morning or late afternoon when the sun also isn't too harsh and the water is clean. Low tide exposes a bit of coral, making it trickier and potentially painful to get in and out, but overall, any time during the day is perfect for some underwater exploring here. The water is super calm on this side, and that also makes it the perfect snorkeling spot for younger kids. If you want to rent a snorkel set around this area, that will set you back around 50,000 EDR, which is around €3. Enjoy! Number 2. Horseback riding on the beach at sunrise. So if you're an early riser or an animal enthusiast, this might be just the activity for you. On the east side of the island, you can saddle up and ride along the shoreline as the first light of day glows across the horizon. The perfect time for a little insta-snap too. This horseback tour takes you for a galloping sesh on the beach, followed by a tour through and around the island. You even pass some local villages along the way to add some culture to your adventure. If you prefer to do horseback riding at sunset, this is also possible, but on the west side of the island. The cost for a guided horseback riding tour will set you back around 300,000 EDR, which is around €17, and the tour will last you about an hour and a half. Oh yeah, also, these aren't horses actually, but ponies, the same ponies that you will see pulling horse carriages on the island, which is the allowed means of transportation on this small place. Up next, swimming with turtles. This is hands down one of the most magical experiences I had while spending time on the Gili Islands. These gentle creatures, mostly green sea turtles and hawksbill turtles, can be found all around Gili Air, Gili Trawangan and Gili Meno. And I spotted around 20 different turtles on my trip here, which was way above my expectations. On Gili Air, Turtle Point on the north side is the go-to spot. Over on Gili Trawangan, you'll find a famous turtle hangout on the island's east side. Gili Meno also has a fantastic spot near its west coast, perfect for a quiet swim with these graceful giants. And if you're staying on Gili Air, all you need is some snorkeling gear, which you can rent for about 50,000 EDR. And if you want to explore turtle hotspots on all 3 islands, you'll need to rent a boat with a tour guide for around 750k, which is around €45 for a 4-hour tour. These tours let you pick your favorite spots, giving you the flexibility to tailor your adventure. Number 4. Tour Gili Air by bicycle. So biking around Gili Air was one of my favorite things to do. The island doesn't have cars or motorbikes, so cycling is the best way to explore its sandy paths and hidden corners. I rented a cute little bike for 150k, which is around €10 for a whole day rental, and I spent the afternoon pedaling across the coastline, stopping at cafes and exploring the inside of the island. And it doesn't take very long to explore, so the loop around the island is pretty short, about an hour if you're just cycling, but trust me, you'll want to stop constantly to soak it all in. Don't forget to put on lots of sunscreen or put on a hat, as it may be completely wind still like the day I did this activity. And don't forget, this is a predominantly Muslim island, so please make sure to cover up your body with a sarong and don't bike around the island in a bikini to respect the locals. Number 5. Snorkel the famous nest statue at Gili Meno. This may have been one of my favorite things to do. The nest is an underwater art installation made up of life-sized human figures arranged in a circle. Over time, coral has started to grow on the sculptures, blending art and nature in the most surreal way, and it's like visiting an underwater museum. To get the best experience, head there early in the morning. Not only will you beat the crowds, but the water visibility is crystal clear, giving you the perfect view of the statues and all the fish that call this spot home. And let me tell you, there are thousands of fish here. Bring some bread and you'll have them swarming around you in no time. It's like being in a real-life aquarium. To reach the nest, you'll need to hop on a shared boat tour or rent a private one. A shared tour costs around 250k, which is $16 per person, and usually includes stops at other great snorkeling spots around the Gilis. It's a fun little adventure in itself, with stunning views and plenty of chances to dive into the water. Number 6. Sunset drinks on the beach. What's the ultimate vacation vibe? Sitting on the beach, sipping margaritas and watching the sun dip below the horizon, of course. On Gili Air, the sunsets are absolutely breathtaking. The west side of the island is where the magic happens, with the sky turning into a masterpiece of fiery oranges, pinks and purples. But don't sleep on the east side. While it's technically not sunset facing, the pastel hues here are soft, dreamy and just as stunning. There's plenty of beach bars to choose from, each with its own laid-back charm. Moe's is a crowd favorite for its chilled vibe and delicious cocktails perfect for sunset viewing. Gili Lumbung is another great spot if you want comfy beanbags right on the sand, and for a more local feel, Legend Bar serves up cold drinks and reggae beats. So whether you're into tropical cocktails, a fresh coconut straight from the tree, or a classic cold bintang beer, these spots have something for everyone. Cheers! Up next, visit Gili Meno. If you're staying on Gili Air, you're just a short boat ride away from Gili Meno. This island is super peaceful, low-key and practically deserted, which is what makes it so special. Aside from the incredible snorkeling opportunities in its crystal clear waters and the warm, balmy water, Gili Meno is also the perfect place to catch a sunset in complete solitude. Also take the opportunity to get a nice picture in on the beach or fly a drone around like we did. Also, a fun and impactful activity you can do here is visit the Gili Meno Turtle Sanctuary, a small but passionate conservation effort that raises baby turtles until they're strong enough to be released in the wild. The tiny turtles are beyond adorable, by the way. The sanctuary staff are super welcoming and happy to share their knowledge about turtle conservation, from the threats these creatures face to the steps being made to protect them. The sanctuary doesn't charge a fee, but donations are super appreciated and go directly towards their conservation efforts. Number 8. Boat tour around all the Gili Islands. If you're on the Gilis and not doing a boat tour, or you even really on the Gilis, boat tours are a must-do here and one of the best ways to explore these stunning islands. Each has its own vibe and the snorkeling and diving spots are absolutely amazing. Now, renting a boat is super easy. Head over to the harbor where you'll find plenty of locals ready to sort you out with a boat. You can also book through your hotel or even online via TripAdvisor if you're into planning ahead. For a private boat, we scored a sweet deal of $750K for a 4 to 5 hours tour. That price covered everything from snorkeling gear, drinks, snacks, and stops at some of the best spots around Gili Air, Gili Meno, and Gili Trawangan. And let me tell you, ending the day with a sunset on the water of Gili Tea, absolutely magical. Picture the sky turning shades of pink while you float lazily, cold bintang beer in hand. Perfection. If a private boat isn't in the cards, no worries, group tours are a fantastic option and way more budget friendly, starting at just $250K per person. And you'll still get to hit up some epic snorkeling spots and make new friends along the way. Bonus, fewer decisions to make, just sit back and enjoy the ride. Number 9. Take a ride in a horse buggy. If you're looking for a charming, old-school way to get around Gili Air, hop into a sidomo. These traditional horse-drawn buggies are the island's answers to taxis, except way cuter and a lot more entertaining. Your driver is usually a local who knows the island like the back of their hand. They'll point out landmarks, share a bit of local gossip, or even teach you a phrase or two in Sasak, the local language. The sidomo ride isn't exactly the smoothest ride. It's buggy on sand after all, but that's half the fun. It's all part of the quirky, laid-back charm of Gili Air. Whether you're using it to haul your bags to your hotel, taking a mini tour around the island, or just riding for the heck of it, the sidomo experience is one to remember. Plus, it's a great way to give those flip-flop worn feet a little break while soaking in the island vibes. A short ride will set you back around 150 to 200K, but you can always negotiate a bit if you're feeling brave. Last but not least, shopping. So let's talk shopping, shall we? Gili Air might be a tiny island, but it's actually packed with all kinds of boutique shops and local stands. Whether you're on the hunt for the perfect souvenir, handmade jewelry, a sarong, refresh of your beachwear game, or just something to remind you of this magical place, you'll find it here. The shopkeepers are super friendly and might even teach you a thing or two about the items they're selling. Don't be shy about haggling either, it's all part of the experience. And trust me, a little back and forth with a smile can go a long way. The boutique shops can be on the more expensive end, but they sell a lot of beautiful clothes here, but I much prefer the local stands selling traditional colorful sarongs. You will find shops scattered all over the island, so go rent a bike and go explore. This was my top 10 of my favorite things to do on this tropical island. I hope I saved you some time researching, and now all you have to do is get there and enjoy. As always, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you enjoyed my content. Ciao!